Hey everybody, what's going on? Long time no chat. We're back with our weekly Montreal Canadiens video, and there isn't a whole lot to dive into in terms of logistics surrounding what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens right now. They've done a lot of their business. It appears they're going to take some time off unless some things change in terms of available bodies that could potentially be on the way out, whether that's a Mike Hoffman, Yoel Armia, although those seem unlikely. You never know in today's NHL what can randomly transpire on any given day. But for today's video, we're going to be focusing on one of the new additions for this team, and that's Alex Newhook. I think Newhook presents a really interesting opportunity playing under Martin St. Louis, who seems to be a very offensive-oriented coach, someone that's going to let players make mistakes. Of course, that's going to change once the Canadiens start to get more competitive, but Newhook is going to take some time to get accustomed to playing in a more offensively driven system. Sure, Colorado is an offensive juggernaut, and they have a ton of offensive superstars on that team that make it a lot easier to contribute offensively. And of course, Newhook definitely had some matchup advantages in Colorado that he won't necessarily be getting in Montreal. But it honestly depends on where he ends up in the lineup, on what you can grow to expect from him in his first season with the Montreal Canadiens. I think there's really a lot to like about this player. I'm not sure that he's ever going to be a full top six forward, but the Canadiens took that risk with Kirby Dach last year, and he proved them exactly right in that gamble, and Dach has proven to be a versatile top six weapon for this club. I think we can expect similar production from Newhook that we got from Dach last year, which was 38 points in 58 games. I'm not necessarily sure he'll keep up that same pace, but I don't think it's out of the question that Newhook puts up 40 or 45 points if he does indeed stay healthy for a full 82-game season. He's going to get more opportunities with Montreal in terms of playing up the lineup, being there to be able to play 17, 18 potential minutes per night. It's ultimately going to depend on how serious he takes this new assignment with the Montreal Canadiens. We know he signed a 4-year deal worth under $3 million per season, and that's a number that I really like. I think it's one that helps the Canadiens in terms of how they're going to be balancing their books moving forward. It makes a lot of sense for the player to get some security, but also some money in the bank as well. So I think that there's a lot to like about the role that Alex Newhook is going to play with the Montreal Canadiens, and that he can be another piece that the Montreal Canadiens are going to use to try to get back into the playoff picture. I'm not sure that's going to be this season, but they should be a lot more competitive than 1 year ago, especially when you factor in all the injuries that they had. With new doctors under this team, I think there's not going to be as many injuries. Depending on luck, of course, you can never really guarantee something to do with injuries, but I think the Canadiens will stay a lot more healthy this season, and that will ultimately help them bank more points in the standings, which isn't exactly good news if you're expecting another high draft pick for this Montreal Canadiens group. At the end of the day, though, I think Newhook is going to be a valuable addition to this team. I think he's someone that provides a lot of speed. And if you don't know this about this player, sure, he's not necessarily the biggest in stature, but he's got a thick lower body, and he's someone that's going to work hard in the corners, can win his fair share of puck battles. But the one thing you're going to notice off the hop right away is his speed. And I think that's going to fit very well in Martin St. Louis' system. That's it for me today from Cook's Corner. As always, let me know in the comment section down below if there's any videos you'd like me to talk about for the rest of the summer, as I'm sure that there's not going to be a lot of content coming from the Montreal Canadiens side of things. As of now, though, let me know as well what your expectations are for Alex Newhook during his first season with the Montreal Canadiens. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.